Thokozani bogogo nomkhulisakalo sendoda Gogo Bathini Mbatha umavula kuvala emzini yamadoda. Auntie Usha, the #1 locksmith. Today we are talking about loan sharks. Abomashonisa. It's a sensitive topic. Many people, as we're talking about the loan sharks, they'll be like, here's the topic again, a very sensitive topic. So today, that's why I've decided now, let me talk about the loan sharks horror in terms of what is happening in the space of the loan sharks. What happens? Where must you start and everything. I've done a video. Please do a favor for yourself. Search for the video on my channel that speaks about our Mashonisa loan sharks, and then so that you have a better understanding, because I'll keep on referring you whenever I do a video. I'll keep on referring you to other videos that we have done. So it's very important that you familiarize yourself with our channel Gogo Bathini Mbatha TV on YouTube. Gogo, where to start? You know, the reason I'm doing this video is because I've seen a number of people coming here saying, Gogo, I want to pursue this business. And I could understand as well, we are living in the times whereby people have seen the gap to say people are struggling financially from last year, ever since COVID, actually, from 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, now it's 2024. People are struggling financially. Even before that, people were struggling. But I'm seeing, as a healer, of people coming here to say, Gogo, we had you deal with this thing, helping the loan sharks in terms of making sure people, they return their money and everything. How can I start, Gogo? I want to start this, Gogo, but I don't know where to start. I don't know what is it that I have to do. It's not easy, but it's easy. Don't just start. No, don't just start. You need to make sure that when you start it on a clean slate. You start it on a very, very, very firm foundation. Where do you get that firm foundation? From ancestors. Whether you like it or you don't. That's where you're going to get that foundation to make sure people return the money before you can get into muti and everything. Yes, we do have such stuff that makes people for your money to bend their pockets, you know, to push them to say, I don't belong here, I want to go to my owner, which is a loan shark and everything. We'll get into that in the same video, but a bit later. For now, we are going to discuss what is it, Gogo, that I need to do. That's when we introduce 4 candles on this one. It needs 4 candles, not 2, but 4 candles. It's white, it's yellow, it's blue, it's red. It's white, it's yellow, it's blue, it's red. It's 4 colors. Please put them according to the order that I'm announcing these candles. It's white, it's yellow, it's blue, it's red. That's how they should stand in front of you. And then you burn in purple, the incense. And then when you burn in purple, you talk to your ancestors. Because why, Gogo, I'm using 4 candles instead of using 2, which is yellow and blue? Because we don't know who are within your ancestors. We don't know who can, or who was specializing, or who was a loan shark before. Even if it was not called a umashonis or loan shark before, whatever system they were using, but it was a matter of borrowing something. But when you return it with interest, or you return it with a matter of with something else that goes with it. So whether it's money, or it's just a matter of you've borrowed a cow and they said, okay, it's fine, you can take a cow to your home and you start farming, and so that your kids can eat, can have milk, can eat and everything. But when you return it, you must return it with its baby, which is the Ingonian. So now you need to tell your ancestors that you are requesting to use their money, their wealth, to help other people. And you want them to be able to have ways of bringing it back no matter what. So how do you start before you burn these candles? You start by uphahla with the same candles. So there's no process actually, there's no process actually that comes before the candles. It is the candles that you must use for 7 days. Yes, you must use them for 7 days. Kufanele uphahle for 7 days. You must talk to ancestors. You must say that prayer for 7 days, that ancestral prayer for 7 days, in asking your ancestors to say, here's the money that I want to use. Here is it. So there's 2 ways here. I know others, they'll be a bit confused to say, Gogo, I came to you, but you didn't explain it this way or whatever. There's 2 ways that I'm doing it. When I do it, I have 2 or 3 ways when I do it when you come to me, which is when you go to a healer will do it their way. So don't go to your healer and say, but Gogo Bathini Mbatha. No, it's not fair. Respect how they want to do it for you. Don't involve me. If you want to involve me, you must then, maybe come to me. But however, if you don't want to come to me, or if the situation doesn't allow you to come to me and you prefer somebody else, you can go to them. I encourage that. Go to the person that you really feel comfortable for them to assist you. However, don't mention another healer to say, but Gogo Bathini said. What is Gogo Bathini has to do with that particular healer? You can't. You mustn't do that. So for now, we are still explaining the issue of what? Of using the 4 candles. So you burn these candles at 12 o'clock midnight. You say your ancestral prayer in asking them to say, Thokozani nabokhokho nomkhulu, here I am wanting to pursue this business of loaning people money, and they will bring it with interest. A person who can't afford to bring the whole amount, they can only pay interest maybe up to 3 times, and on the 4th time they definitely have to return all the money that was given to them with interest of that particular month, because on other 3 months, on other consecutive 3 months, they have been paying the interest towards the loan that they've taken. You repeat that for 7 days in asking them to say, please give me strength, give me power, give me anything that has to do with them to make sure that they return the money that they've borrowed. Then you talk to them, you ask their ancestors. Then after 7 days, you can then go to the next step. What is the next step, Gogo? The next step, that's where I get in as a healer. That's where other healers get in. The question might be, Gogo, if I didn't know and I go to the healer and the healer says, okay, I can do it for you now, what then? What about this 7 days? I don't know in other healers in terms of how they do it. However, as I've said earlier, I respect the way of doing it. It also works, because it's not my way only, it's how one is being given powers and a gift to deal with that particular issue. So to me, if you come and you didn't do the 7 days, you then need 7 candles. You will need white, yellow, blue, green, purple, pink, and red. White, yellow, blue, purple, green, pink, and red. Those candles, and you bring those candles, and you bring the amount of money that you have budgeted in terms of, Gogo, I have 20,000 that I want to use in borrowing people. You bring that 20,000 rands with you. and whatever money that we have agreed on in me doing that ritual for you. And then when you bring that 20,000, we then burn these candles, and then I perform a ritual that will tell your ancestors to say, here's is your son, here's your daughter who wants to pursue this thing of being a loan shark, of being umashonisa, whether you're doing it legal way or illegal way. I'm not promoting the illegal way, but however, it's something that it's in the public domain. It's something that it's happening day in, day out. I'm not a police to say it's not allowed to happen and everything. People are surviving through it out. People are not qualifying to go to the banks and everything. I'm just saying it in a sense of how do you make sure that people pay you back without you being violent, without you having to take people's cards, people's IDs, people's bank cards and everything, but to make sure that people return your money. And then that thing, we do that, sorry, we do that ritual. As soon as we do that ritual, I then give you stuff, muti, that will go into something that will make it a point that people they bring it. So this is what you need to bring. Kamba uncane omanxeshane, 2 of them, this size, 2 of them, small, yeah? It's very small, but 2 of them. So when you bring this, that's when I'm going to show you how you are going to deal with these. Remember, the first one is what I've explained of how I work. Again, allow me to remind you out there to say, respect your healer. It's not only my way that it works in this way. There's other ways that other healers are using in them making sure what people they return your money that you have invested in this particular business. Because if you don't do this particular business well, trust me, you're going straight to jail. It's either you're going to be killed or you're going straight to jail fighting for your money. That's a painful part. You are not going to jail because of because of you've done something wrong to somebody who's just being honest. No, that person has become a self-appointed enemy to you, and then now you want your money, and you want your money with interest and everything. But I'm telling you, you can fight until where you want to fight. If ever you don't have a base, a base that you are working on, something that you are working on, something that will make sure that these people pay you at the end of the day, trust me, you'll die, or you go to prison without getting your money that you've invested in the business. People are being beaten up. Loan sharks are in jail. I get WhatsApps from people who were loan sharks who have been arrested and everything. Because of why? Because of their fighting for their money. So the second one, the one that was just mentioned, that you come at home, we do the ritual, and we do something on you that will give you that look that you deserve, so that people don't underestimate you or undermine you, to say, that one, I'm not going to pay that one, who is he, who is she, and everything. So you need to do something if you want to be successful in your business of loan shark, of being umashonisa. You can't do it with your water and sunlight when you go to sleep and when you wake up and you roll on and that's it. There are things that are used that will make it a point that that person pays you whenever, whether they like it or not. That person, they will pay you. Trust me. Whether they like it or not, you'll be in their top list, in their list of budget, you'll be number one, that I need to pay Gogo Bathini Mbatha, then I can pay the rest. Why I came up with that is because of number of people that are coming. Yeah, because number of people that are coming to say Gogo ngifuna isikhafulo. You know, people are coming, Gogo ngifuna isikhafulo, Gogo. Why uzosenzani isikhafulo? Gogo, people don't want to pay me. You know, Gogo, I've got hundreds of thousands on people's hands. They don't want to pay me. Gogo, people don't want to return my money and everything. Yes, within the process of the ritual, in terms of within the treatment that you're going to go home with, I'm going to include this kafulo, something that you're going to use in calling them at night, in remind them in their dreams, in shocking them in their dreams, that you want your money, and they must pay it, and they will pay it. They will pay it, whether they like it or not. They will pay it. However, it's a process, right? Let's go a little bit backwards. You now came to Gogo Bathini Mbatha, then you get these 7 candles. People are not the same. If you know that you have a calling and you have been told that you have a calling, whether you are still in denial or what, please let me know, because then we need to include the 5 rand bath. We need to do the 5 rand bath, which has nothing to do with what I charge on this other part. The 5 rand bath is what is for me to be able to tell your ancestors, to say, here's your son, he's asking for this. Here's your daughter, is asking for this, in terms of for them to make money through the loan shark, so that by the time we use Muti works on you. We must make sure that we get it right firsthand. Right. Another thing that I want us to go back to. Guys, we have a problem of running businesses using our hearts, not our brains. There is a disadvantage on my way of doing things when it comes to loan sharks. Before I get into that, I must explain that I have 2 ways in terms of you can get something that gets done into you, then you are done, or you want a scope. You want something that you'll be able to talk to through a scope. It does have its kafulo inside as well. Something that you'll talk to when people don't want to pay you, or if you want your business to expand, or if you have more than one business, then you can have that, which is another price, which is a bit higher than just being a loan shark alone. Here's the thing. When I say we don't want to use our brains when we run a business, we're using our hearts. And I want to get into the point of explaining what are the disadvantages of my way of doing things. There is a disadvantage. Let me see if I have money here. I think I have something. Yeah, I do have my last 100 rand. My Muti works different, and any other healer, their Mutis, they work different, because I'll be wonder on you, we don't get it from the same garden or same forest. No, we travel into different parts of the world in coming up with the good stuff that will benefit our clients. If you give somebody, if somebody is loaning 100 rand, and maybe that 100 rand, the interest is 50%, you must give that person 100 rand physically. Like, here is it. You want 100 rand, here's it. Kamina gawen, here's it. You give them physically. They take it with their hands. Then that money will come back with 50% interest as you are charging. Whether 50, whether 30, whether 40, whether 20, whether 10%, it will come back. Because the Muti that I'm going to give you, that Muti, we use this Muti, that muti that we give you, you'll have, but it's not this big container, but you'll have something on the container that you do this into the money at the corner. You do this, just any corner of the money. You do this little bit. If you can see, I don't know if you can see clearly here, right? Yes, at the corner there. Then you do this. You're done. Then you give it to them. Each and every note, even if they are, you borrow money up to 40,000, but each and every note that you give them, you must do that. And that money is from those pots. It will come back. It will definitely come back. They will pay it back, whether they want to or they don't, whether they are known of not paying back their loan sharks and everything. It doesn't matter. Yours, they will bring it back. However, if you want yours to be paid back, don't use your heart. Use your brain. Don't compromise the principles of your own business. Don't. That money, you don't send it via e-wallet. Send imali, EFT, whatever you may call it, ShopRite, whatever you may call it. You don't do that. If Mbatha needs money from you, Mbatha must come to you. If Mbatha is in Dubai, now he's broke because of he did an extraordinary shopping in Dubai. You are not in Dubai. Dubai has nothing to do with you. Unfortunately, Mbatha must go to another loan shark that will transfer money to him. And when he comes back, he must pay that loan shark. Or rather, he must come to you and borrow money and go pay that other loan shark. Then when he has your money on the date you have arranged, Mbatha must come with your money as in hard cash, as you have given him in hard cash. No EFT, nothing whatsoever. Then you'll be happy. Mbatha, it's difficult. We're living the days of technology and everything. It is technology that makes people not to pay you. Now you need to be physically fighting for your money. You'll be arrested. You'll be arrested for something that you were fighting for your own, to be quite honest. It's your own thing that you're fighting for. But now you're going to get arrested because why? You don't follow. So if you want to get into the game of loan shark, you must know, you must be willing to fight. You must be willing to eat muti for as hard as you can. If you are not a muti person, and where now you are a bullfighter, where now you are a Mike Tyson and everything, it's fine. You'll be arrested, and then you'll find more Mike Tyson and Muhammad Ali in prison. Then they will deal with you in a way that it will make you very sad because of you didn't listen to this video and you didn't share this video when you met it. Gogo Bathini Mbatha kwasendoda umavula kuvala emzini amadoda. U-Auntie Usha, #1 locksmith. Guys, remember the book is still available. We're now doing online consultation. We do it once a week on Thursdays, so that I know on that day I have the whole day doing nothing but attending to your consultation, being at home and just connecting with you wherever you are. The book is also still available, as I've said, at 100 Rand, and then the postage via PEP is 60 Rand, and then all it's done. Thank you very much for all the people who have bought the copy and the response that people give based on the book that they've bought about how to use the combination of yellow and blue candles. Thank you very much for those who have subscribed, and I encourage you to subscribe. I'm definitely sure if you can go to the comments, you will see that you won't regret being part of this family, of this spiritual family, if I may say it so. Thank you very much for watching this. Till we meet again in our next video, and probably our next educational video. Thokozani.